Hey guys, it's me. You know me. I'm a good person, and I'm deciding to do a little bit something new, something better, something I've been waiting to do for years. Honestly, I've been waiting to do this Let's Play for years. This game has so much nostalgia for me. It's basically my entire childhood. I love this game to death, and I've been wanting to do a playthrough of it from start to finish for a long time. And yeah, it just holds a special place in my heart. So I've already played through it like halfway, maybe a quarter of the way. I don't really know how far, because I don't really know if I've ever really even seen the entire game itself. But I'll tell you when I start seeing new stuff. But we're gonna start a new game here. This is my second take, by the way, because it crashed last time. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. While this is loading, I'm gonna start the timer. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. As soon as I figure out how to start the timer.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
That intro is so full of nostalgia. When I first got this game when I was like 7 or 8 years old, I fucking loved it to death. It's really awesome. It's really most of what I remember, other than what I played through earlier. Crashed. But luckily it crashed before anything, truly devastating happened. What happened was there's some problematic audio. And, I went to Alt-Tab while it was in a loading screen, and I just fucked everything's day up. Now I'm pondering if I should make the same... Anyway, yeah, sorry, I decided to just have a mental breakdown there. Now, nostalgia tells me to take this head, bring it over towards me, aim it over here, and throw it, saying I don't trust you. But I'm not going to do that. Also, for experience sake, I'm going to touch this door again, because I like touching this door. Anyway, let's go. Ooh, spooky! That was the first time. Sorry, I'm still salty about it crashing, as you can tell. So, can't do that for any particular reason, but whatever. Well, better close the door behind me, not to be rude. Is there a reason I'm walking out naked? I don't want to be rude. Why am I... Ugh. Is there a reason to walk inside? I'll get you. I'll get you. I'll get you. Just being slow. Stop being slow. Spooky. So yeah. Oh yeah, that that's supposed to be spooky. I forgot about it. I would have aimed the camera at it if I hadn't gotten distracted by a chair. So, sorry about that. It kind of ruined it for everybody. Oh, almost hit a statue. Wow, I am good. But I'm gonna try this again just to see how good I really am. Not at all. Just let me take a leisurely stroll over here. I think there's a tinderbox in here, if I can't remember right. Nope, I'm just a jackass. Alright, so going in here, watching the door close behind me. Ah! Spooky! Hit that door now. I want one of those in my own house. And loading screen. I want to try and top this off somehow. I don't know where the line's going to be, where I'm going to end this episode. So spooky. Do this. Ah, cockroaches. It's almost like I like this. Where'd they go? I was gonna crush him. Son of a bitch. Just close the door behind me so I'm not rude with cockroaches. Look. Go get him. Alright. Got it before it was ground. Sorry, I'm by myself. Okay. So, now I'm going to recreate exactly what I did the first time I ever played this game, right? Ta-da! Okay. There's one I'm missing over here. Blue. I think there's something on these shelves. Nope. Nope. More juice.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there'll be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum. Find Alexander and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Yeah, the beautiful voice acting in this game. I wish every note had that, but whatever. No, jump. Cut. Taster rose. I'm gonna go eat a rose real quick. BRB. That was delicious.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
So, tell me why I can't crawl through that, or jump through that, or just climb through that, or crawl through that, or loop myself up and even go through that one, right? Many holes in this, literally. But anyway, let's go back down here, and, who knows? Sorry, had to keep my timer going. It was being iffy. Damn. Anyway. So we need to go this way. Dissolved. Okay, so laboratory seems like the way to do that. Fucking hyenas and shit. Jesus. Where is this castle located? Oh no. I need some laudanum. Thank you. I'm just gonna ignore you. I'm gonna sprint in here full on.
The flicker. The bluish light.
What? I've never heard that before. What the fuck was that? Did he say the bluish light? What? Okay. Yeah. Whatever you say, Daniel. Nope, wrong one, sorry. The lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of the less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can to move them to the wine cellar. Alright? In the wine cellar, got it. Oh yeah, this spook.
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aquafortis.
Weird. Anyway. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The formal compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense them close. Calamine and orpiment are a given, and the cuprite binds them well. This time I will attempt aqua regia instead of aquafortis, in hope it will produce an even more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acidic and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent, probably for laundry. The organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I'll find an alchemic solution to my predicament. Thank you for the core info there. Shut the fuck up, Larry. Go to bed. It's fucking like 3 o'clock in the morning. Jesus. One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I am better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. How beautiful. Who the fuck is that talking? You see, last time I recorded this, I did a whole thing where I spurted up there like, oh, I'll save you, and I went into the study and everything, and I walked around for about like 20, 30 minutes doing nothing. There was one spook where the monster grunted, and I was like, ah, where the fuck are you? You're not supposed to be here. But there was nothing. There's no point in that. I just collected some tinder boxes, and that's about it. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna go up here because yeah, this is probably where the key is. Did I forget to mention I didn't go all the way through this area? I want to know what that was. Come on, game, you can do that. Come on, it's not that hard. See, this one's all nice and lit from something. Where'd it go? Archive. Sorry, I just smacked the mic with my thumb. Recording for 18 minutes strong now. Let's see how long we're gonna go. Ooh, a broken door. Let's go in that one first. The rare books. Am I gonna find some Twilight in here? Close enough. Bitch. Oh, hey, I missed a note. This is gonna be one Daniel will read, so I'm just gonna shut the fuck up in a second.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Beautiful. Let's go. Taking this with me to the British Museum. Closing the door behind me, not to be rude. I fucking heard that. Did y'all hear that? Something's moving. Can you fix this for me? Thanks. Nothing's in there. Excuse the fuck out of me. Study. Alright. Now we're talking. Fuck. Alright. Hey. What's in there? Behind here.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Oh, that's where you're gonna end that one. Alright. See, last time when that happened, it hit the ceiling, and the actual pot of it disappeared right when it hit the ground, and the feather slowly fell and disappeared like right about here. It was fucking badass, and I wish it happened again. Actually, I'm gonna try it again with this one. Come here. Because it was too cool not to, damn it. Hopefully there's another one. Hello? Alright. Hey, hold on, guys. You want to know how to piss off some spirits? Right? Yeah, I'm gonna die. It's gonna be great. Oh, it's Twilight! Oh, okay. this one's too high. Just gently. When I get the key to the other place, because it's getting around 30 minutes now. Check this out first. Alright, there's another door that's locked. Probably. I would bet it's through here. You shut the fuck up. Better light this. Nothing bad is ever going to happen to that lantern, right? Right?
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Well, wish I knew where he was pointing on the map. You guys probably heard those Discord notifications. I apologize for that. I just tried muting them, and hopefully it worked. So, yeah. Aha! That wasn't as cool. It was cooler the first time. No! My lantern! No! Sorry, I don't know if you heard that. That was me fixing my headset. Some sort. No! That page had arsenic on it. Oh no, let me crawl under the desk.
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Oh, blue light.
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
Well, yeah, it's drawn my mouse in, so I can't really say anything about that. I'm gonna go past it. I'm gonna go past it. Okay, fine. I'll touch it. God, you're bright.
I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
So, in all that, I did notice that they did hint subtly at beating at the wall in that. I never noticed that before. And I think that's fucking great. That's really good subtle gameplay. I fucking love subtle. I really do. Anyway, sorry, I just need to make sure there's nothing in that.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Alright, so I might be here for a while. That's why I lit all those. I can need that one. Because, oh, well. I thought there were more. Huh. Strange. Anyway. Just gonna continue on here. And, throw this up here. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Fucking do that shit to me. I didn't know you're supposed to show up here. Fuck it. I'm strong and brave, and I'll fucking fuck. Just making sure before I do this. Wilhelm and his scream and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye in the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It is just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would, in a sense, solve both of my problems. Alright, hold on. Any bed? I can't click on those bugs. Is he right outside this door? I find that hard to believe because I don't think he's supposed to. Okay. Altstadt and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Altstadt. Deep within the East Prussian woods, for centuries there have been stories surrounding Hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you'll hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motives that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that the soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty deficits. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Eldstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of the kingdom's past. During his stay at the prominent members of society paid During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He diminished the notion of ever visiting Alstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? Oh my god. The Immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby, Alstadt. And like most those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching history reveals that a little before the castle was consumed by a fire in the late 16th century, is rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands claiming their role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to the lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is, in fact, the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted order, the Black Eagle, along with the great leaders of this country. That was a mouthful. I'm not a very good reader. I should probably stop doing that now. Come on! Is it time to just go back? I guess time to just go back. Got the key. Isn't it supposed to be? Okay. Alright. Bitch! Fuck them up. Okay. I'm trying not to piss my pants, but what the fuck kind of noise was that? I'm just gonna go ahead and sneaky snoo my way over here and not bother a motherfucking thing. It's gonna be great. I'm just gonna go bye. Whew. I think I was in any danger there, but still. Oh, it's freaky. Oh, that's freaky. Ow! How do you even hurt me? Ow! Whatever. Ow, bitch! Bitch. Let's go up these ones. Say so. Alright, so, yeah. I think that's all I have time for right now. It's been a good first episode. Not really much has happened, other than a few spooks and,